feel very good, and I hope I can drive to the podium, then I'm very happy.
Tattica, vedere le avversarie, stare un po' coperta e poi vediamo alla fine chi ne ha di più.
Well, the riders return mid-June for the 5th Südtirol Sellaronda Hero competition, both a women's and a men's race.
I can't give you any name, but I think very strong ladies are here, so you'll see.
Well, plenty of top competitors, including the Italian mountain bike marathon champion Daniela Veronesi, Katrin Schwing, twice winner of the Sellaronda Hero in 2011 and 2012, and Elena Gadoni, second place in the race in 2013. This is the mountain bike race that takes on 4 legendary Dolomite passes, the Pordoi, Sella, Gardenia and Campolongo. Out into the main event, and early on Elena Gadoni of Italy was leading, with Borghild Lovset of Norway in second, Michalina Zilakowska of Poland in third. Katrin Schwing was in pursuit, but Elena Gadoni, as they made it up to the panorama, which was 2,100 meters high, was in the lead. The men's race, let's hear from Stefan Thum.
Lot of suffering today.
In the men's race, Leonardo Paes of Colombia, twice a winner of this event, including last year, was lined up against the likes of Lennart Nock of Slovenia and Roel Paulisen, the mountain bike marathon world champion 2008 and 2009. Race director of this event, Peter Rungaldier, former ski champion, Super G World Cup winner, vice world champion in downhill. The men's race set off at 7:20 a.m. Daniele Menzi of Italy from the Scott Racing team, the man who forged his way into an early lead. As they made their way up onto the first main climb, it was still Daniele Menzi in the lead, with Urs Huber in hot pursuit. However, Huber wasn't able to put any real inroads into Daniele Menzi's lead, and Menzi was the man who made it to the Dantesipis hill in first place. Spectacular scenery and backdrops throughout the whole of this race. The Dolomites, of course, one of the main staples of the Giro d'Italia every year, but also an enormous part of mountain biking culture in northern Italy as well. So that the position in the men's race as they reach the end of that first climb. It's now time, though, to return back to the women's race and see exactly what was unfolding there. Verena Krenschleiner of Austria was leading on the downhill, Dantesipis to Corvara. She was followed by Daniela Gadoni and Daniela Menzi, the men's leader, having managed to catch up. 10 minutes, of course, the difference between the two races when they started. Borghild Lovset of Norway was third in the ladies' race. And the descent's just as treacherous as the uphills are grueling. Plenty of spills on the way down. So Daniela Menzi made it down to Corvara village in Valbaria, heading now towards the Prolongia hill. Closest challenger at this stage, last year's champion Leonardo Paes of Colombia. Verena Krenschleiner of Austria still leading the women's race on the Prolongia hill, but there are plenty of riders in pursuit of her. Elisabeth Brandau of Germany in second, Elena Gadoni in third place, the Italian rider, another Italian in fourth place, Daniela Veronesi, and Borghild Lovset of Norway down in fifth position. Back into the men's race then, and Daniele Menzi of Italy still leading at the top of the second climb, the Prolongia in Valbaria, and now in the group racing behind him, Yuri Ragnoli of Italy, another representative of the Scott Racing team, Urs Huber of Switzerland, and also the defending champion Leonardo Paes of Colombia from the active Bianchi team. So they managed to bridge the gap between themselves and Menzi. So 4 riders out in the lead as they approach the midpoint of this grueling challenge. This was the point where Urs Huber and Leonardo Paes decided to head away from Menzi and Ragnoli. In the women's, Borchert Loftzet and Verena Krenschleiner of Austria fighting for that lead, with Elisabeth Brandau and Elena Gadoni just close behind. Elena Gadoni was third at the Passa Campolongo. Brandau first into Araba village, which was the beginning of the Passo Pordoi, followed by Borchert Loftzet and Verena Krenschleiner. Krenschleiner had a disaster, fell off the track and then failed to follow the track correctly, so she went quite a distance on the wrong direction, had to turn around and go back and lose precious time in the process. The leading group in the men's 84-kilometer race at the Campolongo Pass was Yuri Ragnoli of Italy, Urs Huber of Switzerland, Leonardo Paes of Colombia, Tony Longo of Italy making his way up into that group, and Roel Paulinson as well getting there at Araba. The leading group crossed Araba village and they began the uphill to Suratsas, the highest point of the men's race, 2,300 meters of altitude to climb. Yuri Ragnoli leading on the uphill with Paes in pursuit. Huber and Longo also there. Ragnoli the leader, running through the snow. In this area, last winter they had snowfall which led to drifts of up to 10 meters high. Out of the saddle for Ragnoli there. In the women's race, Elisabeth Brandau now leading on the uphill to the Pordoi Pass. Borchert Loftzet in second place. A Norwegian rider who's been prevalent throughout the whole of the race, closing in. Brandau into the snow. Daniela Veronesi of Italy also into the snow. She's currently in 4th position. Katrin Schwing of Germany also trying to get herself into the mix. Yuri Ragnoli leading at the Pordoi Pass and in first place in the single trail down to Canzai Val di Fassa, followed by Leonardo Paes. On this downhill, Ragnoli had a technical problem. Paes took over in the lead position. So out into the lead went the 2-time defending champion, Ragnoli, with plenty of work to do. Urs Huber also in the mix. Borchert Loftzet second on the uphill to the Pordoi Pass. Michalina Zielkowska of Poland into 3rd position, with the Austrian Verena Krenschleiner having 2 punctures on the way up this particular climb, and with that went her chance of victory. Elisabeth Brandau managed to crest the top of the Refuge Valentini at Sella Pass, the highest point of the ladies' race, with Zielkowska of Poland in 2nd. Brandau continued to forge forward, biking through the stone city at the base of Sellaronda mountain, and then she was on to the downhill to the finish at Selva Gardenia. Leonardo Paes leading at the Duron Valley, taking him through to the Duron Pass. Reached the Duron Pass, 2,280 meters of altitude on this particular climb. Then Paes on that short uphill to the Zalinger at Alpe di Siusi. The Refuge Zalinger Alpe di Siusi. From here, only downhill to the finish at Selva Gardenia. And Elisabeth Brandau also on the last kilometre to the finish in Selva. So riders in both the men's and the women's race onto that final stretch for home. Elisabeth Brandal then, winning the Sellaronda Hero 2014. Her race time 4 hours, 23 minutes and 52 seconds. Michalina Ziakowska of Poland was in second. And an admirable third place for Norway's Borghild Lofset, crossing the line in 4 hours, 27 minutes and 48 seconds. 3 minutes and 56 seconds behind the winner. So let's hear from Brandal, the winner.
I think my breakfast wasn't so much, and after the first hill, then I'm feeling better and better, and in the descent I catch the others from place 6 till 4 and 5, and then in the next uphill and downhill the same, and I come in front, and then I thought me, okay, I will try to give all in the uphill, and then I catch the others in the downhill.
Back in the men's race, Leonardo Paes, uncontested on his run in to Selva Gardenia. The Colombian rides for the Active Bianchi team, winning in 4 hours, 45 minutes and 7 seconds, and as a consequence, winning his third consecutive title in this particular event. Fantastic effort from him. Urs Huber of Switzerland was second, 2 minutes and 33 seconds down on the Colombians' time. Rolf Bullinson of Belgium in third. He said I dropped in the first downhill and lost time. My knee was hurting because I had quite a fall. I was able to recover though. It was hard for me. I felt better, though I thought that Ragnoli was biking very fast. After Carezzi, I took the lead, and I've been able to win for the third time. I'm very happy.
Ho preso la testa della gara e sono riuscito a vincere per la terza volta. Sono molto contento.
Fantastic efforts from Leonardo Paes of Colombia. Victorious in the 84-kilometer race. Stefan Thum finished in 35 minutes and 48 seconds, winning the overall ranking of the UCI MTB Marathon World Series with Urs Huber in second.